Everyone talks about China, India, or the United States. But what about the countries that are just now starting to rise? Nations that might not yet be on most investors' radars, but that hold incredible potential for the future. In this video, we'll explore 3 of the most exciting emerging markets. We'll look at what drives their growth, where their biggest opportunities lie, and yes, the risks too. So stay tuned, because these are the markets that could shape the next global boom. Before we dive into the countries, let's ask one question. What actually makes a true growth market? It usually comes down to 3 factors. First, a young and dynamic population that fuels both labor and consumption. Second, structural change, like industrialization, technology, and investment. And third, political or economic reforms that unleash growth. The countries we're about to explore check all 3 boxes. Vietnam has become one of the clearest success stories of modern economic transformation. Over the past decade, it has turned into Asia's new manufacturing hub. More and more companies that once produced in China are moving to Vietnam. From electronics to textiles to automotive components. Why? Because Vietnam offers low production costs, political stability, and a skilled workforce. The government is pro-business, and foreign investment continues to rise sharply. According to the IMF, Vietnam's economy could grow by 6 to 7% annually in the coming years, a strong performance compared to slowing growth in developed countries. And on the stock market, momentum is building too. Vietnam is being included in more international indices, attracting global investors and funds. Of course, there are challenges: dependency on exports, infrastructure bottlenecks, and a need for higher productivity. But make no mistake, Vietnam is one of the most promising growth markets in the world, and it's only getting started. Our second country takes us to Africa, to Nigeria, the continent's most populous nation with over 230 million people. And here's the key: the average age is just 18. That means a massive consumer base, a growing middle class, and a generation that's tech-savvy and hungry for opportunity. Nigeria isn't just big, it's rich in resources: oil, gas, minerals, and a fast-growing tech scene. Startups like Flutterwave and Paystack are showing the world that Nigeria can become Africa's digital hub. The economy is diversifying. The government is working to reduce its oil dependency and support sectors like agriculture, manufacturing, and fintech. The World Bank currently sees growth at around 3 to 4%, with significant upside potential, if reforms take hold and infrastructure improves. Yes, there are obstacles: corruption, power shortages, and security issues. But the long-term potential is undeniable. If Nigeria can overcome these hurdles, it could become the economic powerhouse of Africa and a key player in the global economy. Our third country might surprise you: Bangladesh. In just 2 decades, Bangladesh has transformed from one of the poorest countries in the world into a rising industrial economy. It's now the second largest textile exporter after China. But that's not the whole story. Bangladesh is expanding into pharmaceuticals, IT services, and electronics manufacturing. Despite limited natural resources, it has built an impressive growth engine. Over the past 10 years, GDP growth averaged more than 6%. And while inflation and currency pressures remain challenges, institutions like the World Bank still see strong medium-term potential. The reasons are clear: a young population, an expanding middle class, and massive investments in infrastructure, from ports and roads to new energy projects. Sure, risks remain: political tensions, climate vulnerabilities, and dependence on global demand. But Bangladesh keeps proving its resilience, and that's exactly what makes it one of Asia's most exciting rising markets. Let's put it all together. Vietnam stands for stability, reform, and export-driven growth. Nigeria stands for demographics, digitalization, and untapped potential. Bangladesh stands for resilience, industry, and the will to move forward. They're all very different, but they share one thing: Their growth comes from within, powered by people and ambition. Yes, these markets come with risks, but where there's risk, there's often opportunity, especially for investors who think long-term. True growth stories often start quietly, long before the headlines catch on. Vietnam, Nigeria, and Bangladesh are perfect examples of this. 3 countries that are hungry for progress, bold in reform, and full of young energy. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, and check out the other videos on global economics and the future of emerging markets.